Hello and welcome to Dario's Movie School and to 100 subscribers. And yeah, thank you. And what to say, congratulations, but also I want to thank you for the big trust to subscribe to this channel. And yeah, let me say it's a great honor and it's just the beginning. And when I started out making this channel, or when I started out making comics, or having the dream making comics, wait a second, my voice is a bit off. Like, I always aspired to be like Mike Mignola or Kevin Eastman or like Frank Miller. Just do it, get the things you need, put out stuff, and become good eventually. Like, a couple of people will compare their stuff to the best stuff they see, but they usually don't see that, like Frank Miller or Todd McFarlane's humble beginnings. Like, they got rejected a million times. And when I started out drawing, making comics, like, I knew very early, like 11, 13 years old, like, I thought, man, when I'm grown up, I want to do comics. But there was like no real guidance, no real school. Nowadays there's a YouTube and there are a lot of comic channels or drawing channels, but I think there's not quite a channel like mine. And I don't say like I'm better, I probably not. Like, I have the shakiest cam you can imagine, and my English is probably not the best, but I'm trying. But I'm pretty honest, and I know stuff because I did stuff and I failed a lot, and I got myself a lot of bruises, broken bones, and you know what I mean. Hang in there, and I know that it's still a lot of ahead of me. And so I always want to share honest stuff, like yeah, like from the first dream, what works, what doesn't work, what's good. And when I was young, and I thought, man, can I make comics my career or something like that? I mean, I went to movie school, and I'm still in love with movies and always will be. And maybe I make a movie, we're writing a movie script, or I am. But like, there's a bunch of stuff like writing, drawing, pacing, cutting, or laying things out on a script or on a comic. And that's not everything. I think like those things in a good comic school, a good education, because like, if you're watching this, you're maybe a fan, you're maybe an artist, and I want to give you guidance. The guidance I didn't have, because like, let's say I was young and I was looking, oh man, could I go to New York? Like, I live in a small German town and I really love it. It's really like really green and clean, and it is cool. The people are very lovely, but sometimes it's a bit like too small, but I get out, so don't worry. But can I go to New York? Can I afford? Can I afford the school? And the answers were kind of like, or I didn't dare to go there, like, or maybe they wouldn't take me in. And even when I was like young and I was looking, man, I want to draw comics. How can I draw comics? And there were only art schools, so I went there, or I sent in some drawings, or you know what I mean. And everything that came back was like rejection. And this channel is pretty much like, fuck that rejection. Like, if you want to make comics, like, good lord, somebody has to give you guidance. And probably, yes, they should take a payment. for that, but come on, sometimes you're just starting out, or you want to see if it's for you, or you need something for the long run, and that is what I wanted to provide. I want to be the guiding light in this world that I didn't have. The second thing, of course, is like I didn't. I saw like different other YouTube channels, and like they built a channel, they made a service, and then they sold their comics, their artwork, and I think, man, I can do that too. But the first thing, primary, is to give guidance, and we will get in a second why that's so important. And the second thing was, maybe this is good for marketing and making a living and promoting the stuff I make. But let's come back to number one. If you're an aspiring artist, or if you like artwork, why is your art so important? And that was the first idea. Like, that's why my label is called Awesome and Aware, because like there are problems in the world, and a bunch of artists are, I don't say selling their soul, like that's always like, you gotta eat, you gotta have money, like we will come to that, like it's point number 3, you need cash. But I think we have the artistic gift of drawing, writing, seeing stuff, and that artistic gift is here in service for the people, and it makes us happy to express that gift. Not everybody has to see it the way I do, so there's a million ways if you want to do the. And I enjoy a good space horror sci-fi story. Like, it's good to get out of this world and be in a different world where you can relax and enjoy something for 2 or 3 hours and come back refreshed, so you're powerful again. That's very valid. It's very valid to make comics that make you aware of things, that teach you things, or that give you maybe, or invoke feelings in you, like Blue Monday did. Like Blue Monday invoked the feeling, and it's a comic. It's a graphic novel. It's like pictures and words on a paper. It's the same as music or movies or a beautiful person or artwork. Like, it evokes something in you, and and it invoked in me like the carefree times where you have friends and go to school, and that's good. That's something you should cherish and bring back to your life every day, so you can practice that. Or maybe there's a comic like Hellboy, which invokes you with wonder and what if, and aliens and Nazis and monsters, and a hero from hell that is destined to destroy the world but carries a lot of good in him and is in love with Liz. And you know what I mean? Like, all of these stories give you strength to go on in your own life, and make also up parts of your character and things you aspire to do. And if you're a young artist in this world, there's always the question, can you make a living from that? And the answer should be yes, but there's a lot of things that go into this craft. Like, you need to learn to draw, to ink, you need a setup, you need money, you need a place to stay, you need also, you know what I mean, we will come to that in a second. So your artistic voice is very important, and this is what this channel always will amplify or have as its first maxim, like for you, the viewer, to become a bit more, or to go in the direction where you really want to go artistically. And I think it's really important to see what stories you have in you. And said that was the vision. Like the vision was, can I be the next Mike Mignola? Can I work and grind my way to be the next Frank Miller? Or even like, I had the double thing, like, let's be the next cool artists, and let's also do a comic school. Like, let's also share that art. Because like, also like Bach, he played music, and he was like a great composer, but he also was a teacher. And also a lot of my money comes from teaching other people, because like when I was young, I wanted to learn, so I'm glad to share what I know. You don't need to be all the way up. And if this is a comic school, like I have no problems to sending you to other channels, like to David Finch, or to draw like a Bauhaus or whatever. Like when I say, like, I don't have to make another anatomy video, go to Alfonso Dunn and watch his channel. So things like that will come. Like I'm just like a guidance. And before I talk on, let me say, like, the vision was to create cool comics that bring fun and that also illuminate some problems in the world, or maybe bring you answers, not only fun, and also to teach people what I learned, not just art-wise, but also health-wise, money-wise, relationship-wise, and because it's all important. You cannot be educated in making comics and then you're just getting fat and unhealthy and you die. That's it. You don't make any comics anymore. Or you cannot be super healthy, eat clean, make great comics, and then not have loving relationships. That will kill you too. So we need to hit it from all angles, and that's very important, because I wrote today something down, and it goes like, I don't know, it's from the military, I guess, and it's: slow is smooth and smooth is fast. You get that? And so I want to set up your life and my life so that I and we can produce the best artwork we can produce. I also wrote here down that everybody can learn this. Like, there was a time I couldn't walk. Now I don't have to think about walking. There was a time where I couldn't speak, or now I can speak. There was a time I couldn't brush my teeth. Now I don't think about it. You know what I mean? So everything can be learned. Story can be learned. Artwork can be learned. There's a certain thing, like I think I have a deep sense what a good story or good artwork is. I don't know if that can be learned, but I'm certain that some people, even if they're in the industry, they don't have it, and we call them hacks. And no disrespect to Zack Snyder, I think he does put his greatest effort in things, but at a certain point he doesn't get it, not the way I do. And that's not to be, oh, Zack Snyder made a bunch of movies and you did nothing. Okay, but who gives a shit? Like, a lot of people do a lot of bunch of stuff in this world, and it's sometimes questionable if what they do is really that good. You know what I mean? So, and it doesn't mean like I have it and he doesn't have it, and do you have it, or you have it or you don't have it. But just have that in mind. You can learn it, and then some things it's really like a deep feeling, it's a deep sensitivity for story or deep understanding, and yeah, that's just me being an asshole, like telling that some have it and some don't have it. But I don't know. I just, that's what I see. Like, some people get it when it's good, and some people just don't get it. And I wouldn't stress about that, because what's important, and that's the next point, is what do you like, and what do you want to see, and what do you want to produce. And that's, I wouldn't say more important, but even if I am an asshole in the first part, in the second part I will tell you, let me be an asshole, but then do you what you like. So, we're 40 minutes in, if somebody's still watching, so here are some bullet points to be, or yeah, just let me hit you. Have a vision for yourself and what you want to bring to the world. I wanted to bring to the world comics about topics like things that don't work in the world, and then I wanted to kind of fictionalize them and make them fun and bring to the world. We will talk about those comics, those will still come. Number two, even if you're, I don't know, if you're a guy or a girl, work out. Get yourself a gym or work out daily, or I work out here in my room or at the gym or at the park. Make it a habit to move your blood, your body, go for a run, go for a walk, sweat. Make that a part of your life, because if you want to take this like serious, like take this serious, like maybe don't take this so serious, take it serious, but also make it fun. If you want to be a cool artist, go for a run, look good, feel good, wear good, try to get cash in, and yeah, because it's important. You cannot sit all day long here and create something good. Like, okay, Kentaro Miura created something really good, but also he died prematurely, or I don't know. And I mean, your artwork is very important, but your life is too. And without a life, you cannot create great artwork. I just say that. I mean, you can create great artwork without a life, but it's not so pleasant. So let's not do that, because you will sit a bunch of hours on your desk and write and draw and paint. So let's make the other half as cool as we can. Number 3, let's not be starving artists anymore. Like, you need cash. Like, when I was starting out, a bunch of advice were, go full time, quit your day job, just do this, then you break in. But when you start, your artwork isn't that good. You're learning the craft, you're learning from job to job. That can create a lot of stress. Either you will sit down and do night shifts, or just be always behind. And those feelings of being always behind, getting the cash in, not making ends meet, or like having no free time, that's too stressful. So maybe seek a couple of easy cash income streams. Like, I'm doing commissions, I have my Patreon, I sell stuff online, I sell my games via platforms. But I also teach at schools and workshops, and that brings me also money. And if that is not enough, then I have to seek other avenues. And if you have to work another job or something, or you know what I mean, just ease your financial stress. Because if you have the cash, you can definitely make artwork a bit more relaxed. But we will see if we how I will manage that. Like, but don't be a starving artist. Just don't sit all day, make art, and think it gets sold or it will make money one day. Like, have a steady stream of income, and then put time aside to make the comics, or just work a couple of days a week and then come home and then do comics, or do comics in the morning and do your YouTube videos, and then, or your promotion, whatever you have to do, and then go to a job and have a life too. Number 4, no sacrifice, not sacrificing everything else for art. I did it for a while, like where I was like, if this art thing works out, money will come in, and then I can live. And so I was in a grind mentality. I was cutting myself off from a lot of things so I can only do the art. And for a certain while it was good, but maybe not so healthy. So I had the mentality, man, I would die for making this comic, because like, you're all sellouts and this needs to go to the world. And then you make that perfect art piece. And sometimes it's well received and sometimes nobody cares. So not that I want to avoid that for you, but just bear that in mind. Like, maybe you make something that's really great for you and nobody will care, and then you gotta do another one. So try to balance. Like, even if you have that mentality, which I also have, like, I would die for my artwork, that's, I guess, a good thing, but then don't go overboard with it. like have some friendships, relationships, adventures. Try to make the time for the things. And again, um, you don't have to put this in place like right now. I'm just giving you the ideas, and I will share with you, or like I will accompany you on my life, and I will tell you like this is how I'm making money. This is what I'm working right now. This is maybe how I spend my time at the evenings, or this is how many times I go to the gym, and so you will get an insight how I can manage it and how you could maybe manage it too. Number 5, art, comics, fun in the service, or higher vibes. Yeah, that's like my first and my last point. The last pickup artist is about myself and a deep wound I felt, and I'm still dealing with. And I put that in my comic. I sci-fied it up a bit. So I took something autobiographical and I fictionalized it, but still the beats are there. And something that can be great. Like, maybe nobody will care, but I know that a lot of people, when the last pickup artist came out, like, I received praise and money, and people wondered. And I'm kind of stuck finishing it, but the last 2 years were kind of hard on me, so that's maybe okay. But I try to finish it and then do the next thing while I'm adjusting my life and so on. Like it's a lot of other things going also on in my life. So yeah, like I started painting, writing a movie script, got into music, thinking about DJing, also how can I manage my money, girlfriend, family, stuff like that. And that's all okay. So that's what I wanted to share with you. If you have, or if you want to make art, also try to make art that helps others. I don't think about self-help comics. If your comic is about zombies in space, then, and that floats your boat, maybe that's also helping other people, like coming home from a stressful day, opening up the comic you made and just having a blast and getting energy from that, so they can again be awesome and go out and slay dragons. You know what I mean? So yeah, enough said. We see us. Thank you for the 100 subscribers, and yeah, stay. Hopefully, for the next 1,000 or 100,000 subscribers, we see us. See ya.